Om Sadguru Paramatmane Namaha. By the grace of the Sadguru, we are taking the helpful forces inside of you. They help you in the awareness. Even they are also the part of the Maya, but they are fortunately the good forces. They help you in the enlightenment. They help you to join you with the Master. So these are forces called Pandava. And what is the meaning of the Pandava? Pandava means in the bunch of the 5 persons. My dear friend, this is the platform of enlightenment, the Pandava. And this is the helping forces to Atma Jnana. This is the joining forces with the Master Sadguru. You can say the Krishna, you can say the Sachidananda, you can say any name, but Sadguru is Sadguru. Name has no meaning. My dear friend, the flower blossom of the awareness by these 5 helpful conditions, and the nectar rain in the life of the seeker, not water, nectar rain in the life of the seeker by these 5 conditions of internal positivity. My dear friend, from the millions of the birth, your internal site is dry, hard and unfertile. But by the grace of the Sadguru Master, your internal site become wet, fertile, positive and very nicely favorite environment to enlightenment. So my dear friend, that is the rain is the rain of the divine love of Master. My dear friend, the love and the divine pleasure both are the 2 phases of the Atma Jnana. The completeness in the life, that is called Samatvam Yoga Uchyate. That is the stage of liberate soul. This is the stage of extreme and extremist spiritual pleasure that cover the seeker's life. The same time when he enlightened, the same time he is become the Buddha Atma Jnani, his life become a silent of internal existence. All the sound, all the pollution, all the haste, all the dilemma, all the negativity disappear. As you see the summer sky, there is no cloud. There is only the blue sky everywhere. So there is no cloud of the thoughts, hungerness, wishes, thirstiness, greediness, no any possibility of anger, lust or greed or anything. Everything is disappearing from inside. That is called the real silence of inside. I am giving the thanks to my disciples. Both are doing the Sakshi meditation of awareness, and after the Sakshi meditation of awareness, they are availing the internal silence. But unfortunately, the world is not accept this internal silence, because the maximum person in the world, they do not know the value of internal silence. They do not know about the real meditation. So sometimes my disciples confused. They think that internal silence is not valuable, but I say internal silence is very valuable. That is the real meditation. My dear friend, in this discourse, we are taking the most youngest brother of the Pandav. The name of the brother is Sahadeva. Sahadeva means when in your life the psychological condition, your turn to know yourself, to know the God Supreme, and that is called the seeking. When the seeking comes in your life, when this thirst comes in your life, you want to know the real God, real existence which is living in you in the form of Atma. So that is that stage when you become the jigyasu, when you become the seeker. It is very, very possible that after enlightenment you will accept the Sadguru, you will admire the Sadguru. You will feel that Sadguru is the great force in your life, but when you have no enlightened person, unenlightened person, unenlightened person, then you are sitting near the Sadguru, and that is also a miracle. And you are accepting the Sadguru, that is a great lottery, great achievement in your life. So my dear friend, sitting near the Sadguru, sitting in the shelter of the Sadguru, and concretely take a decision that I will be stay with the Sadguru in any condition, anyhow, and to help him ourselves. When you stay with the Sadguru, now you are helping yourself, because nothing is help like this in this world. And being our reformer, and being our welfare, and being our welfare well-wisher, self-well-wisher. So the English says, God help them who help himself. If you are not helping yourself, you are not sitting near the Sadguru, how can Sadguru can give you the enlightenment? So my dear friend, when a person see the Sadguru like a God, when a person see the Sadguru like a worshipper, he worships object, the God, and he want to live with the Sadguru, and he want to know that this is the prime and very, very precious luck of that disciple, And that is the most precious and most important work, to sit with the Sadguru, live with the Sadguru, take the shelter of Sadguru. And he wants to do everything in the guidance of the Sadguru, in the directive of the Sadguru. In the Sadguru's teachings. That is the living with the Sadguru forever. That is called the Sahadeva. Saha means with, Deva it means Guru. Living with the Guru, it is called Sahadeva. And always be ready to obey the Guru's orders. Always be ready to do the service of Sadguru. Always ready to run your life with the Sadguru's will. As Sadguru wants, as you live. So, this all psychological and internal readiness and internal decisions and internal beyond the emotion, that it is supreme emotional love with the Sadguru, that is called Sahadeva. That disciple think, my dear God, my Sadguru, I am with you. I will be follow your directions, directives, orders, and I am surrendering in your feet, or I am giving myself in your hand. You can make me Jeev to Brahma. You can do anything. You can do any exercise of divine. I am not. I am 100% donate myself in the feet of the Sadguru. That is called a Sahadeva. That is called in the Hindi Purna Sankalpit Karna. And this is called in Hindi Shraddha. Sadguru ke चरणों में श्रद्धा. The great respect, love and faith in the feet of the Sadguru. And always avoid the negativity of Antakarna, that is called Kaurava, as I described in previous discourses. And never be defeated by the Antakarna. Never be defeated by the mind, intellect or ego. All the time keep separation with the all Antakarna, and all the time involved in the Sadguru's services, and all the time have a faith. We will break this jail of the Maya. We will break this arrangement of the negativity of Antakarna. That type of complete courage and complete mental stage is called Sahadeva. Now in this discourse, we are taking the second brother, the second youngest brother. Youngest brother is Sahadev and second is Nakul. When you faith on the Sadguru, your master, concretely, and you decide that your master is your well-wisher, your guide, your godfather, and you decide that if I will get the enlightenment, that enlightenment will come by the master, and you standing with the master with full faith, that is the Sadguru, that is the Sahadeva's higher condition, higher stage. You have faith that nobody can welfare my life, only no master can welfare my life. You have faith that only the master is my family, only the master is my brother, master is my sister, master is my father, master is my mother, master is my everyone. Tumeva mata cha pita tumeva, tumeva bandhu cha sakha tumeva, tumeva vidya cha dramnam tumeva, tumeva sarvam mama deva deva. This type of internal, mental, emotional and heartily loving condition is called na kula. Na means no, kula means a family. I have no family, only the master is my family. I have no surname, only the master is my surname. My body is not mine, my body is the body of the nature, and my soul is the master's soul. This type of concrete faith is called Nakula. My dear friend, your identity, your family, your race, your caste, your creed, your nationality, all is dissolved in the master's feet, in the master's appearance. Because your caste is given by the society. Your mother and father, living in which society, that's you born, and your body comes in the particular family, that is your caste. Your creed is depend. Your body structure or physic, and your religion, you are Hindu, Muslim, Isai, Sikh, Buddha, that is all religions. They are comes by your society. What is your own? All are given by the society. Even your body is also given, your mother and father's body parts. Fertilization of oogenesis and spermatogenesis, and the fertilization and your body is came. So how can that body is yours? That is not yours body. That is the body of the mother and father given, but that mother and father is also given to their mother and father, and total the nature. So the body is the nature, gift of the nature. And why? You think that this is your body. So my dear friend, and Hindu, Muslim, Sikh, Isai, Parsi, Yahudi, any religion, that is not your real religion, because these are all imposed on your consciousness by the society. Your real religion is your existence, your Atma, your life, your presence of God inside. That is the supreme consciousness of the world. If you have a religion, if you have a name, if you have a family, then when you sleep, deep sleep, no dream there. Why your religions go away? Why your names go away? Why your caste go away? Why your creed go away? A person is laying on the operation table and doctor give him anesthesia. And after this anesthesia condition, he is going completely unconscious, and he has washed out his religion, his name, his family, his caste, his creed. Even he is man or woman, he do not know. My dear friend, you can understand very easily. I am talking a very highest level of spirituality. I am not talking as other person is talking about the religions and the fake activities and the wrong direction and the wrong practices in the name of the divinity. I am not talking like that. I am talking, if the chloroform can wash out your religion, if chloroform can wash out your name, family, nationality, that these cannot be the real identity of you. Your real identity, which is when you are in anesthesia, when you are in the deep sleep, but something is alive inside of you. You are life, you are soul, you are Atma, you are Jnana, and I want to say you are complete awareness. You are the complete awareness of the God, and that is the real love, because that love do not go away in any condition, even after the death. After the death, even God loves you, so He accept you, so He give you the next birth and give you the chance of enlightenment. After maybe million birth after, but He give you again and again chance of enlightenment. So this type of unconscious things, your religion, your caste, your creed, you are Brahmin, you are Kshatri, you are Vaishya, you are Pichda Varga, you are Adivasi, you are Ansuchit Jati, are you a clerk, are you a teacher, are you a IS officer, are you a IPS officer, are you a under secretary, are you a secretary, are you a leader, are you a advocate, are you a doctor? These are all the imposed by the system of the Maya. You are not like that. You are not like that. If you can understand this factor, that the Nakul stage is now beginning in your life. If you are not understanding this factor, you are even not Nakul. You are not entitled for Atma Jnana. If you are not accept this fact, so you are not entitled of Atma Jnana. You cannot do both things same time. You cannot balloon your cheeks and you cannot laugh loudly at the same time. So my dear friend, being a Nakul is not a game. Being a Nakul is not an easy thing. Being a Nakul is the completely deny the Maya and completely accept the Master. This is the stage of very enthusiastic persons, powerful persons. They can be Nakul. Meera says, छोड़ दई कुल की कहानी कहाँ करेगा कोई. I have leave all my family norms, family principles. I have leave my family identity. Meera came to the Mathura Vrindavan and he leave all his pride and all name and another. He completely flowing toward the Krishna. And if when you completely flowing toward the Master, towards the God, then you will become the Nakul. When you will leave the social position, ego, when you leave the ego of your caste, ego of your post, ego of your power, ego of your intelligence, ego of your cleverness, every ego you leave and surrender in the feet of the Master, and your heart continuously flowing towards the Master. Every time you feel the Master with you, every time you feel the love is Master presence in your heart. That if you love the Master purely, directly, and you love the Master with the whole heart, that is not love like you think. That is not physical love. That is not mental love. This is a very, very spiritual love which flows to your heart to Master. Definitely Master's grace will come in your heart, and that is the stage of Nakula. My dear friend, Satguru gives you love, that is the real love. Others gives you love, that is not love. That is only the compromise, that is only the business, that is only the give and take reaction. So my dear friend, you can easily understand. If you live with the Sadguru long time, then you can understand that your family, your post, your community, and your big communities, these are all imposed by the Maya, imposed by the society, imposed by the norms of your world. But the Sadguru has no give you any impose and no any projection. Sadguru show you the real presence of existence, that is called Atma, that is Atma Jnana. I am only telling, but it is telling the Vedas, Upanishads, Puranas, Bhagavad Gita, and every enlightened person of this world, every enlightened person, not an Indian person, but foreign enlightened person also tell like this. The Aristotle tell the same thing. The Japanese Sants tell the same thing. The Chinese Sants said the same thing. All the world persons say the same thing. In all the religions, in all the holy books, say the same thing, that these are all your Maya, your physical world, your mental position, your emotional world, your knowing, your all the feelings. These are all the chapter of the Maya. These are all the chapter of illusion. And if you think that, oh, my Guru is only my shelter, then you are Nakul. My dear friend, in the day-to-day life you see the husband or wife. The wife comes from another family or society, and husband come from another family and society. They married each other, and the wife give up his family and they mix with the husband's family, and husband mix with the consciousness of the wife, and they live with a great love with each other. The consciousness become one of husband and wife. If the wife is in pain, the husband feel pain. The husband in an uncomfortable condition, wife feel the uncomfortable condition. That is the same consciousness. There is an example in the history of the England. When a lord was in trouble, the enemies catch the king and want to kill. Within a night, his wife's whole hairs become the white by the tension. So this is the connection of the consciousness. If you do not know, do not believe me, you read the European history. But that was also a artificial love, because the kings was not enlightened and wife also was not enlightened. The enlightenment brings the real love. So Sadguru gives you, that is the true, pure, divine and very, very real love of spirituality. And that is the powerful love. That is the capability to bring you in enlightenment. So don't laugh on the love of Sadguru. The love of Sadguru is not love like think you. That is not love, you know. You do not know the divine love. The divine love and spiritual love is beyond the physical body, micro body or causal body. That is a love to soul. My dear friend, I am giving you another example. When a girl loved to a boy and he want to marry with this boy, and the mother and father of the girl is not ready to marry with that boy, and the boy's mother and father are also not ready, but the love is so strong, they run away both and marry, go in the distance place, and they live together. The girl never come back to the mother and father, and that boy also never compromised with the mother and father. They lived together and facing every difficulty. My dear friend, that girl is so courageous. For only a mortal or temporary relationship with the boy, he leave the family, he leave the society, he leave all the pride, he leave the post, everything, money, everything. And his rights with the family, he leave all the things. But you are so big, so you are so coward, you are not getting ready to join with the God existence. Even you have no need of leave your family. Even you have no need to leave your post. Even you have no need to leave your any money or any power or anything. You can enlighten inside with living all these family and post and society and nations. You have do not give up anything. But you are so coward and you don't want to enlightenment. So my dear friend, those persons, they give up all the attachment and come in the shelter of their master Sadguru. They will be enlightened soon. They will be enlightened soon. So my dear friend, that is the Nakula. That is the Nakula. And I describe I describe the Sahadeva. If you do not come in the shelter of the master, the wild animal like person they are living in the society, they will torn your life. They will suck your possibilities. They will cheat your life. They will crush you. Only and only Sadguru can save your life. Only and only Sadguru can give you that freedom. Only and only the Sadguru can treat your diseases of this unpleasant mayas, illusionary diseases. My dear friend, if you read the Bible says, those person will believe on the God, they can be go in the heaven. It is only the quotation of Bible or it is indication. Those person will believe in the master, they can get the enlightenment. And the Gita says same thing as the Bible says. Gita says, Sarva dharman partajya mam ekam sharanam praja. You leave all the duties and you leave all these things from inside, not outside. Outside, the Arjun was fighting with the enemies. Outside you fight in this world, but inside you come in the shelter of the master. Inside your energy must be flow towards the master. Inside your love must be flow towards the master. So this is the Pandava's positivity. Nowadays what is happening? All are giving and spreading the fake knowledge. And seekers is very, very misguided. They are confused. And they are very confused. They have no faith to each other. Even the thief or even the businessman, all are searching the honest person. The thief also want a honest companion. And a businessman or office holder want to honest servant. My dear friend, even the gang of the criminals, they give the entry after the examination or after the testing of that person. And you are giving the entry in the official postage, IS, IPS, another, you also taking the qualifying examination and interviews. So my dear, the same thing is that. If you want to cashier in the bank, so your character verification is very important, the police verification is very important. Why not the verification of the sadhus? They have colored their clothes, they have taken the chimita, they have beard, they have that smooth head without hair, but they have no relationship with the real knowledge of the existence, real knowledge of the liberation. They are giving the ash in the name of the prasadam. But the blind followers do not understanding. They are involving them in the wrong direction. They are giving the poison in the name of the nectar. They are giving the wrong spiritual exercise. They are teaching the wrong meditation. In the name of meditation, they are teaching the concentration. So my dear friend, the Sahadeva and Nakula. The Sahadeva, that person which want to come the near enlightened lamp and you want to enlight his lamp. Only the enlightened lamp can enlight your lamp. Without enlightened lamp, cannot enlight other lamp. If a candle is not burning, how can he burn to other candle? So the Sahadeva, I have described, and I described the Nakul. Please, if you can give up your all the identity from inside, and you want to don't want to be fooled by the wrong gurus, and you are not be fooled by the mind, because the mind is giving you the dance like a monkey, and mind is sucking you. In this discourse, I am taking the both character Sahadeva and Nakul simultaneously. I am telling something more about Sahadeva, because the meaning of the Sahadeva is that your mind is was your master, your mind was your best friend, and he is doing rep with your consciousness continuously. I will use this hard word. And you are continuously unconscious in the sedation of the ajnana, ignorance, illusion, and you are sleeping, and you do not know that what is doing with you. When then that person, an enlightened master, comes in your life and save you from this unpleasant condition, and you also accept that this master is good, this master can help me, and you are ready to follow the master's teachings, and you have taken the shelter of a God. The God, it means Devata, that is coming in the form of your master. He is coming a helper. He is helping you. You are the complete barren land. There is no flower, there is no plant. But master came and making your land a very good, trying to make your land with the flowers, with the grass, with the trees, and very good. So, master is sowing, master is putting the seed of the jnana in your internal land. You are wandering in the hottest desert, and you are very thirsty. You are running here and there. The sun is shining like a water, and you are running towards the master. Catch you. Master catch you and stop and take you in a Nakhlistan, take you in a place where there is some tree in the desert and there is water also. You are sinking in the sorrows, and master catching your arm and pulling you out. So that stage is Sahadeva. Sahadeva is the acceptance of the master. Sahadeva is the stage when you are putting a step towards the master. That is the great step. Sahadeva, when you are seeing the master's outer identification or outer introduction, Sahadeva is the real thirst to knowing existence. Nowadays, the Satgurus, you can see the artificial Satgurus. They are wearing the orange cloth. They are with the beard, with the mustache. They have good post. They are Mahamandleshwar. They have very big ashram. Their air-conditioned rooms. They have very, very precious car. But it is not essential that the true Sadguru have this. Maybe have this, but not essential that true Sadguru have this. My dear friend, maybe a person is calling Sadguru is like that you, general person. But he is making the pump and show, and he is making the artificial propaganda. If you want to identify the Sadguru, then you see the Sadguru's mercy inside. You see the Sadguru's politeness inside. You see the Sadguru's love inside. You see the Sadguru's unconditional love. You see the Sadguru's easy life, natural life, giving the pardon to you. You can see the Sadguru's peace inside. You can see the Sadguru's coolness inside. You can see the Sadguru's melodiousness in the word. You can see the Sadguru live unbreakable stage. So, if you do not identify or you do not know the Sadguru, but confirmly that Sadguru will know you if you are a real seeker. Because Sadguru knows, mother knows his child. The small child, 2 or 3 days old child do not know the mother, but mother knows. So my dear friend, Sadguru can see your internal thirst, internal seekerness, and internal love with the God. My dear friend, I remember a story, short story. Once upon a time, a person was going in the forest. The season was the leaf fall season, and the path was covered with the dry leaves. Unfortunately, the path was very near to a deep well, deep pit. That pit was very deep. My dear friend, all of a sudden, that person's leg was slipped by the smoothness of the dry leaves, and that person was fall down, falling in that pit. And when he was falling, fortunately, the aerial root of a tree, Ficus bengalensis, the bargat, he catch and he save himself. He see downside. The downside was very dangerous scenario. There was a black king cobra, extraordinary snake, was waiting of that person to bite. And he was very angry because when the person is fall, the stone's piece and small dust was fallen on that cobra, and cobra was completely ready to bite that person. The person think, oh my God, if I fall down completely, that cobra will bite me and I will be die. That person want to come out, and he is inch by inch coming upside, but that root, that aerial root was smooth, so he do not able to climb on that root. After some time, he see upper side, he see and he hear the sound kutur 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 kutur. He see what happening, kutur kutur. What is he see the black rat and a white rat. Both rat was cutting that rope type of aerial root on which he was hanging. When he see, he was become very fearful, very fearful. Then he cried, please help me, please help me, please help me. But there is no any helper came. And there was the wild animals. They came around it, around that bell. And person feels some thirst. And person see the top side there was a honeybee's home, and the drop is coming of the honey, and person was putting out his tongue and eating that honey. My dear friend, the person was very lucky. After some time, there was a person, other person came, and he heard his cry, help, help. And that person came. And in India, the person wear the turban, pagdi. And that person open his turban and down the turban and say that person, catch my turban, I will pull you out. That person who is hanging in the bar, he want to catch the turban, but he have no faith. Because he see inside, the skeleton is inside of the bell, and many person die before. So he was not faith on that person, because the helping person was lean and thin. The helping person is not strong like hanging person. He think, if I catch the turban and he cannot pull me out, and if the turban will slip by his hand, then definitely I will fall down in the pit and a snake bite me. So he do not accept the help of that person, and after some time the aerial root cut by the both rats, and he fall down in the pit and he died by the snake bite. That is the story, one phase of the story. The second phase of the story is that the person catch the turban by other hand, one hand he catch that aerial root, and other hand he catch the turban, and he came out by the help of that person who want to help him. So this second story is the Sahadeva. If you are taking the help of the master, you are Sahadeva. Otherwise you are not Sahadeva. My dear friend, I am telling the teaching of this story. This is the forest is this world. The forest is this world. This is a very deep and dense forest. And many thoughts, they are the spreading leaf in your path. And there is many dangers. If you love with someone, he will give you hate. Love is also danger. Hate is also danger. If you do not do anything, then after there is also danger. And this world is full of 84 million pits. 84 million pit, it means the booms of the 84 million type of the life's mother. And in every pit there are dangerous minds like snakes. You will be your consciousness blast in every pit. And the aerial root which is you are hanging, that is your age in every birth, every life. And the white rat is day and black rat is night. They are cutting continuously your life. And my dear friend, you are the thirsty, you are the hungry from many births. And that honey drop is your sensory organs, stimulations and pleasures. And that cannot make you full of stomach. That cannot fulfill your thirst and hungerness. My dear friend, you are licking the drops of sensory organ pleasures. They are insufficient. My dear friend, because you do not know the real love, you do not know the real pleasure of life. And the death is the black cobra which is sitting in the bottom of that bell or pit. My dear friend, from the point of your birth, that cobra is waiting you. From the point of your embryo, when you was embryo, then when you are a gastrula, blastula, morula, and any type of your embryo development, that cobra is waiting you. And you are crossing all the life of your evolution of your 84 million lives. First you becomes a fertilized ball. Fertilized ball, like a marine animal, the colony of cells you can see in the biology. The first stage, when you are two cells, one is ovum and one is sperm. When two cells become 4 and 4 become 8, this multiplication, and you become the gastrula and blastula. It means you are like the Volvex, you are like the climate, you are like the colony of unicellular animals. Then after your development become like a hydra and other, and then you are become fish. Then after you become fish, then you are becoming amphibians in your embryo. And that is also the similar history of the avatar of Lord Vishnu, Matsya Avatara. And when you become the amphibian, that is the Kashyap Avatara, and your Avatara is coming now, progress. And then after you become with the tail like a snake type, then after you come in the phase of the human, and after the maturation of your embryo, you have your head and your hand and your feet becomes, and then you give the experience to your mother that you are in the womb. So this consciousness journey, the start of your pain and start of your sorrows. If your mother sit in wrong position, that you direct effect on you and you feel the pain. If your mother eat the chili and you feel burning. My dear friend, if the mother shock, if somebody is beat your mother's womb, that you feel the pain. So my dear friend, that is the history of you are hanging. You are hanging in the pit of the death. You are hanging in the pit of the death. This is your history. And my dear friend, when you are hanging in the pit of the death, you are feeling some unpleasant, bad smelling things, urines and other, and you are also, when come out, you are full of blood and other dirty material, and somebody cleaning your body. So this story is very useful for you. After this, you are also hanging the same pit, and the day and night the rats are cutting your life. My dear friend, that is a very, very painful experience in two times of the life. Once when a person born and once a person die. Once upon a person born and he take the first breath, the air goes in every nerves, every tubes of that person's body. An intolerable pain he feel, she feel, and he cry or she cry, wah, wah, wah. That is not a laugh, that is a cry. That cry comes by the intolerable pain of the birth. And when a person die, at that time, all the pranas comes out from every tube and every nerves. That is also very painful, because the prana is sucking out, pulling out. My dear friend, the both conditions, the both stage, you are feeling very, very intolerable pain. And second thing I want to say, the black cobra of death is continuous surveillance on you. He is ready, but you do not know your death. You are involved in the wrong illusion or the dreamy life in the family, society, husband, wife, children's money, and all the sensory organs stimulation, they are like the drop of the honey, which is timely, it is not certain. Unfortunately, the drop is come or not become, not come. Sometimes your sensory organs stimulation material you get or not we get. So you are thinking that you can survive by this temporary drop, but you never think that if you get the enlightenment, that you can get a big pond or pool of the nectar, not honey, more than honey. So my dear friend, sometimes you feel the fear of the death, and sometimes you feel that this is the unsatisfactory life. So you cry for God, you cry for Sadguru. It is not confirmed that your cry can hurt the Sadguru, because your cry is also artificial, your cry is incomplete. When you cry with a full heart, then God come in the form of the Sadguru, and He want to give the support of His greatest thing, that is the turban. Turban is India very respected thing. Pagdi Samal Jata. Pagdi. The turban is a very, very respected thing. Person can die, but do not insult the turban. So the Sadguru give the most prideful things, the turban. And you, what is the turban of the Sadguru? The turban of the Sadguru is the knowledge and divine knowledge and enlightenment. In giving enlightenment knowledge, ever the knowledge which can giving you enlighten, which can you make conscious 100%, that is the Sadguru want to give you, but you do not accept. So those persons do not accept the Sadguru's help or Sadguru's assistance or Sadguru's shelter or Sadguru's safety. The person will go again in the pit's bottom, and that death will catch them, and that cobra will bite them. And few person, they accept the Sadguru's teachings and Sadguru's shelter and Sadguru's love and Sadguru's faith. They fully become the faithful with the Sadguru's knowledge and Sadguru's ability, and they catch the turban. They can come out. They can save from all illusion of Maya. But maximum persons, they are not become the Sahadeva. Maximum persons, they live on their mind's guidance, and the death comes. So my dear friend, many births, and then the long path of this journey of death and birth, Sadguru came to your side, and Sadguru tried to give you assistance or help, but you always refuse the Sadguru's help. And that's why when the Ram came, you was here. Krishna came, you was here. Nanak came, you was here. Kabir came, you was here. But you do not notice the call of Sadguru. Even you do not cry to help. You was befooled in the game of the Maya, and you was completely unconscious in the sensory organs drops. So my dear, it is very unfortunately that your thoughts is your enemy. It is very unfortunately that your dilemma is your enemy. It is very unfortunate thing that you are disturbing of your mind or not taking decision power. That is your enemy, and that is a cause of your uncountable sorrows. So by this dilemma, by this doubt in the decisions, and beside the fools and the fake gurus and the fake monks and the fake karmakandis, they all also press the wrong knowledge in your brain. So you are not taking the shelter of Sadguru, and your consciousness is falling in the pit of the bad smiling, garbage like, the gutter like life. What you think, my dear friend? 9 months and 10 days you are hanging in the boom of the mother, and there is no good material there. There is a bulb of the butter, and you are living in this bulb for 9 months, and not 9 months in many death and birth cycle. You are hanging in the boom of the bitch, dog, camel, elephant, goat, rat, cat, tiger, wild dog, panther, deer, wildebeest, many mothers. They are taking you in their booms, or different type of the bad smelling and bad material. You are enjoying there, but you are not taking the shelter of the Master for the freedom. So when you get the human life, and you get the cleverness of the intellect, and that cleverness becomes your most worst enemy, and the tide on your neck, my dear friend, so this cleverness, it push you again in this forest, and you are again and again killed and born, but you do not take the shelter. But those persons that take the shelter of Sadguru, they are very fortunate persons, they are very lucky persons, they are very good persons. They are the real Sahadeva, they are the real Sahadeva. My dear friend, I will take some description about the Nakul in my next discourse. I start the Nakul and I finish the Nakul in my next discourse. I want to say one thing. If you want to liberation, if you want to enlightenment, if you want to freedom from death and birth cycle, I am giving you guarantee. Come to me. I will give you enlightenment. I will make you free, your soul, from death and birth. But if you don't want enlightenment, don't worry. If you want to live the good life, if you want to live the tensionless life, peaceful life, you learn this meditation and do this meditation. Within 3 or 4 months, you will feel that all the tension is disappear in your life. And when the tension will disappear, the peace will come simultaneously. And the tensionlessness and peaceful life that will bring your physical health will be good. And now you are safe from tension created diseases like angina, heart attack, blood pressure, organ failure, sleeping disorder, organ weakness, everything that will not come to you. You will not need to go in an operation theatre for bypass surgery. You will not feel the diabetes, and you will not take the pills every day or injection of insulin. So many diseases will not come in our life only by this meditation of awareness, Sakshi. How precious meditation I am giving you in the free of cost. My dear friend, you can save not only lot of money by the treatment, which may be wasting if you do not doing Sakshi meditation, but you can save yourself intolerable pain of cutting your body. Second thing I like to say, if you do this meditation, no phobia can govern you. You can see the phobia and phobia be detached from you. So same thing, mania, schizophrenia, anhedonia, depression and suicidal attack, you are free from all mental diseases. And then you can save the lot of money, not only in physical hospitals, general hospitals, but you can save lot of money from the mental hospitals treatment also. You will never go in the mental hospitals. The same thing is that when you do this meditation and your awareness become very keen, then you can see the lust is coming and you can save yourself from the lust. And you will not involve crime against women in any how. You will not insult any mother, any sister, any daughter. So our mothers, our sisters, our daughters will be saved by the meditators. And the crime graph will be fall down against the woman. Second thing is that in this benefit, if you do the meditation of awareness, you can see your anger. And you will not involve in the anger, you can see the anger and you detach from the anger. And then the anger created crime, the cutting, looting, beating, murder, attempt to murder, this type of crime will not you do. So if the maximum person of the world will do this meditation, the world will be free from the crime. Third thing I want to say, when you do this meditation, you can feel safe from greed. And you will be free from the greed, you will not involve in any economical crime. You will not shout in the Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha because you will not involve in scandals. Nobody can charge on you because you are naturally honest person, because you are doing the meditation of awareness and you know the money is not everything of this world. The enlightenment is everything. So my dear friend, when we will change this society by this meditation, the family will become very glorious, the societies will become very glorious, the nations will become very glorious and mutual understand. So why they fight to each other, the war will go away. And there is no need of huge expenditure of the army establishment and the bombs and the laser bombs and smart bombs and neutron bombs and hydrogen bombs and the fighter jets and the ships and the submarines. My dear friend, we put only one army for all over the world, the peacemaking army of United Nations organization like institution. For only the devils and rascals, they cannot understand by the words. They want force. My dear friend, the day will come when by this meditation, the earth will change like a heaven, become like a heaven. And my dear friend, so I decide a very nice mission of the life, the world peace by meditation. And what is the tool of my meditation? The meditation of awareness. Please, although this discourse is long, but I request you, please subscribe my channel on YouTube, Swami Sachidananda, where I putting this discourse, uploading this discourse. I am very, very thankful to YouTube. I am very, very thankful to listener, my disciples. Thank you very much. Love you very much. I will pray for you, for your better life and solving all the problems of the life. Thank you.